Does enclomiphene shut down natural testosterone production? This is a great question that we're going to dive into in this video, and I'm going to show you exactly what happens to testosterone when you take enclomiphene. We'll talk about the health of the sperm and the health of testosterone, and actually I'll show you how it does not turn down testosterone production. It's actually the opposite. But I'll also show you how to take enclomiphene based on your natural hormone rhythms for you women. And then by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what testosterone production looks like based on the research with enclomiphene. Let's jump in. I'm Regan Archibald. I'm the founder of Ageless Future. My vision is to help you get healthier every year and find the most innovative medicines. I call it Medicine 4.0, but not just preventing disease, but literally getting healthier every single year of your life so that you can be the fully expressive, beautiful human you are. And testosterone is one of those hormones that we want to bring with us into the future because, as you probably noticed, aging is a gravity-fed sport, and there's 3 organ systems that get beat up as we age. It's our muscle, and when your muscle mass declines, you lose the body composition. I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger on a video recently. I think he was on a podcast, and he was talking about what his physique looks like now that he's in his 70s. And he's like, 50 years ago, I didn't even think about what my body would look like at this age. And he's like, yes, I look better than a lot of men my age, but compared to the way my body was in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, even my 50s, it's made a massive change. And so I don't know if Arnold Schwarzenegger could, use some of these peptides to maybe optimize his health. Maybe he is. But if you think about his physique, it was pretty phenomenal. But it was testosterone. It was one of the major things that he was using, along with other anabolics, which we'll not get into in this video. I have other videos on that you can go back and watch. But today, let's talk about this idea of enclomiphene and what it does to your natural testosterone production. So when you take exogenous testosterone, your body stops making its own. And that can be risky because you can get what's called hypogonadism, and you lose the ability, it's called spermatogenesis, so you don't make sperm. So if you want to have babies, it's a risky proposition. But what enclomiphene does, it's a selective estrogen receptor modulator, or a SERM. And what SERMs do is they activate the gonadotropin-releasing hormone, which then turns on your luteinizing hormone goes up, your follicular-stimulating hormone goes up, and then you start making more testosterone. So unlike testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT as it's commonly called, you're using enclomiphene to get your body's own natural rhythms and natural production of testosterone activated. So it does not actually turn off testosterone, it increases it. In women, the enclomiphene can increase your testosterone a little bit as well, but the benefit of it is it helps you, if you're using it in the follicular window, you can have greater levels of fertility. So it's commonly used as a fertility drug. In men, it seems to be one of the most popular alternatives to testosterone replacement. And so if you think of what it does, it blocks estrogen receptors in the hypothalamus, and then the brain perceives low estrogens. And then when you have low estrogen, then it increases the gonadotropin releasing hormone, which in turn turns on LH and FSH. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of events going on there. But generally speaking, if you think of enclomiphene, it's a selective estrogen receptor modulator, which tricks your brain into thinking there's not enough estrogen. And by doing so, you increase the gonadotropin releasing hormone, and then you get the expression of LH and FSH, which increases testosterone from the testes or the ovaries in women primarily. So how is this? So the gonadotropin releasing hormone is turned off when our body has stress. There's 4 types of stress that can trigger this. We call these the epic triggers, and virtually any disease in your body, you want to be a citizen scientist. So there's a great book called Tiny Experiments. And if you can think about your body as through a scientific lens, you want to say, okay, what happens if I have emotional stress? Well, from a physiological perspective, you have stress hormones that get released, your blood vessels constrict, your heart rate goes up, and then your body says, okay, if you're in stress, you have to conserve energy because now you have to, run, you have to fight, flight, or freeze. Your reproductive system is something you can survive without, most of us. I mean, I love mine. I'm sure you love yours too. It's a great aspect of health that you want to bring with you because that's sexuality. But when you have the gonadotropin releasing hormone, when it senses stress, it gets turned down, it gets muted. And then the pituitary does not release the luteinizing follicular stimulating hormone, luteinizing or follicular stimulating hormones. And in turn, luteinizing hormone, that stimulates the Leydig cells, which increases testosterone, specifically in the testes. In the FSH, or the follicular stimulating hormone pathway, it promotes spermatogenesis, and so it supports your fertility. But in Enclomiphene, what that's doing is it's bypassing that gonadotropin-releasing hormone from emotional stress. It's one of them. And so you can actually get your testosterone production increased. Obviously, before you try any of these therapies, you'd want to get rid of these epic triggers. So you'd say, okay, is there something I can do for my emotional stress? And then figure out pathways of optimizing your emotional stress. I have a great video that we've done on our YouTube channel on Selenk. Selenk activates GABA. It can be very powerful when it comes to anxiety. It's got anxiolytic benefits that are just as powerful as a benzodiazepine without the downside tolerability, toxicity, and dependency. The second stress you want to look at are, do you have any pain in your body? Pain also sends that signal to the gonadotropin releasing hormone, and then you don't have the same testosterone production if you have chronic pain. Get rid of it. I have a pain-free policy in my body. I don't want to carry pain around with me. So I do a lot of stem cells, exosomes, cord plasma, BPC-157, thymosin beta-4 to get rid of my pain. But when it comes to the third stressor, these are infections. And I'm finding more and more, I don't know what happened in 2020, but COVID was a dumpster fire for the immune system. It's something that not only did we have this fear-mongering from the media and government, but now we have this virus that has really started to attack the immune system and is really hard to get rid of. So you want to look for infections. Maybe COVID's one of those. Maybe there's infections from mycotoxins or the mold that we are faced with on a daily basis. Maybe there's an infection in your gut like parasites. Maybe there's a bacterial overgrowth. Maybe you have candida or a fungus overgrowth. And these things, you want to get rid of those because they do also turn off that production of testosterone and natural hormones. And then the fourth one's maybe the biggest are chemical exposures. These can be EMFs. I know you're like, that's not a chemical, it's a frequency, but has some of the same damaging impacts on your testosterone production. So bring your cell phone, put it away from your body. Don't put it on your testicles or near it, or ladies, near your reproductive system. If you can get rid of infections, if you can remove the chemicals, if you can resolve the pain, and then if you can reduce stress, and all those things, all those interventions, like you're eating clean, you're avoiding plastics, you're eating organic food, you're eating great meat that's grass-fed, grass-finished, and your hormones are still flat, and you're exercising, then Enclomiphene can be very powerful. So Enclomiphene, the nice thing that it does is it does naturally increase testosterone, because when you're taking external testosterone, you have this feedback loop in your brain that automatically tells your body to stop producing testosterone because you're taking it in from an outside source. And the place you want to start is getting your blood labs ran. You can go to agelessfuture.com, get your free health span assessment, and then you can have one of my brilliant providers go through this comprehensive blood panel. And if you are taking testosterone, you'll see that your LH and FSH are like 0. And that means you're not making any or very little of your own testosterone. And if your goal is to make natural testosterone, well, Enclomiphene actually will raise it up. And here's one of the studies that I referenced for this video. The title is Oral Administration of Enclomiphene Results in Physiological Total Testosterone Levels in Men with Low or Normal Testosterone. This is a pilot study. And so what they did is they conducted this at a single center in the United States. It was open label. It was a fixed dose, single center. These were healthy men with low to normal baseline testosterone. And they were given oral Enclomiphene at fixed doses, either 12.5 milligrams or 25 milligrams, and the investigators measured their total testosterone over time, and they looked at safety and tolerability. And what they concluded is that oral Enclomiphene produced physiological increases in total testosterone, raising levels into the normal range, and we've seen it in optimal range. Remember, normal ranges are not normal these days in men without suppressing gonadotropins. So it didn't impact your body's own ability to make testosterone. In fact, that's where it came from. And so they said this was generally well tolerated. The only side effect that they saw is mild hot flashes, some mood swings, but nothing out of the ordinary. So if you're looking to optimize your health and you want to understand just how supportive Enclomiphene can be sure to watch my video on the best time of day to take this. And thanks so much for being part of this community. I'm Regan Archibald. I'll see you on the next video.